Okay, so this is the stoichiometry worksheet. This was given to students on Wednesday. Those who did not get it on Wednesday, it's uploaded in Canvas. Basically, this concept goes back to conservation of mass, and essentially the mass of the reactants has to equal the mass of the products. So let's take a look at this these reactions right here. Propane reacts with oxygen gas to produce carbon dioxide and water. Okay, this is C3H8, carbon dioxide, you should know that by now, CO2, and water. So I'm going to go ahead. The next step is to balance this equation. Let me go ahead and balance this. 3 carbon, 8. So I'm going to go ahead and put this. Total oxygen is 3 times 2 is 6 plus 4, 10. Let's put a 5 here. Then if you look at the worksheet, it gives you the rules. Okay, so then the next rule is, after balancing, is we need to write down the atoms and the molecules or formula units that there are. So the word molecule is going to be used for covalent compounds. Remember, covalent is where you have a nonmetal with a nonmetal. So in this example right here, we are looking at a covalent. And then formula unit word is going to be used with ionic compounds, where you have a metal bonded to a nonmetal. This information is also listed on the mole map on the periodic table that you guys have. So we will go ahead, and so you're going to use this 1 right here. Remember, we already discussed this, that this is 1 mole. In the previous videos last week, we have talked about that, and even in class we discussed this. So this is 1, and we're going to go ahead and put, remember, this is a covalent, so you're going to put 1 molecule of C3H8. This will be 5 molecules of O2, 3 molecules of CO2, and 4 molecules of H2O, just like that. So the molecule word is going to be used for covalent compounds. All right, now we also know that these coefficients mean moles. So you're just going to put 1 mole C3H8, 5 mole O2, 3 mole CO2, and 4 mole H2O. All right, and then right here, you're going to basically get the mass of C3H8 and multiply by 1. So it should be the same thing, 44.11. You guys know how to find the molar mass. Carbon's molar mass, average atomic mass in the periodic table is 12.01. You're going to do 12.01 times 3. And then you're going to add the hydrogen mass, which is 8 times 1.01. Okay, and you should get 44.11. I wouldn't round it up. I would just use what's given to you in the periodic table. The O2, we have each of the oxygen masses is 16, but we have 2 here, so that's 32. Now here's the interesting part that you need to use. It says 5 moles, so you're going to do 5 times 32. Okay, and you will get 160 grams. So you got to use these mole numbers right here to multiply with the mass of O2. Each of the oxygen is 16. 16 times 2, because this says O2, is 32. And then you're going to do 32 times 5. Same thing here. Find the carbon dioxide mass and then multiply with 3, and you will get 132.03 grams of CO2. This right here, water average or water molar mass is 18. You're going to do 18 times 4, and you will get 72. That's what I have. Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to see what the mass of the reactants are. You're going to add 160 right here to 44.11 and you will get 204.11 gram reactant mass. And then 132.03 added to 72.08, you'll get 204.11. Okay, so the idea is that your mass is conserved. Okay, mass of the reactants is equal to mass of the products. This next example right here, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. You can calculate the masses and stuff, but I do want to get you started here. So zinc hydroxide, this is something that I've told you over and over that you guys cannot forget how to write, predict the products and how to write your formulas. Okay, so if you still need any additional practice, watch those videos back, the ones I made when we were doing ionic formula writing, we were doing covalent formula writing. Please watch those videos and do come in for tutoring if you still need help on this stuff. So zinc hydroxide plus sodium carbonate react together. They're reacting together, and so our products are going to be, so remember, sodium is going to come in and bond to hydroxide, zinc is going to bond to carbonate. So this is a double replacement. You will get zinc carbonate, and then the other one is going to be sodium hydroxide. Zinc hydroxide is right here. All right. Hydroxide has a charge of -1. Zinc has +2. When you swap them, the OH is going to get parentheses 2. All right. Do not do this. Do not do this because that formula is wrong. Okay. All right. And then we have sodium carbonate. Carbonate has a charge of -2. Sodium has +1. So Na2CO3. And then we get zinc carbonate. So remember, zinc has +2. Carbonate is -2. 2's get canceled. And a ZnCO3. And then we have sodium hydroxide, and they both have negative. Sodium has +1 charge, hydroxide has -1. So now we need to go ahead and balance this. I see 2 OHs here. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 here. This balances my sodium. Carbonate is already balanced, zinc is already balanced. So let's put 1 here. So now we need to write the way step 4 says that either write down how many atoms, molecules, or formula unit you have of each. So remember, I told you for ionic, the term formula unit is going to be used. So you are going to put down 1 formula unit of ZnOH2. Okay. And then 1 formula, I'm just going to shorten this, unit of Na2CO3, and then 1 formula unit of ZnCO3, 2 formula units of NaOH. Okay, and then same thing. Remember these coefficients we already talked about. What happening here is 1 mole of zinc hydroxide reacts with 1 mole of sodium carbonate to yield or produce 1 mole of zinc carbonate and 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. Okay, so 1 mole ZnOH2 and 1 mole of Na2 sodium carbonate, 1 mole of ZnCO3 again, zinc carbonate, and then 2 moles of NaOH. All right, now same thing. You guys can go ahead and do this part. Check to see if your reactant mass is going to be equal to your product mass. Okay, so the zinc get the zinc hydroxide mass, sodium carbonate mass added together. Okay. This is just 1 mole, so we don't need to multiply with anything. If this number was 2, you would multiply with the mass that you get here with that 2. But because it's 1, you can just put whatever molar mass you get, put it here. Okay, so this would have to be the molar mass of zinc OH2, zinc hydroxide, Na2 CO3 and ZnCO3. This will be NaOH. Now careful for NaOH. For NaOH, the mass is going to be 40.01. You are going to multiply with this too, okay? So it should be 80.02. That's what you should get, all right? I hope this helps. Please go back and watch some of these videos and get your work done. Thank you.